Got to hear about the Goom Wave. Yeah, we'll get to that second. I mean, the Project Plus stuff is going to be pretty short. I already put up a video on Project Plus. So, like, you know, the long and short of it is like, okay, so if you follow Beyond the Summit Smash, which if you don't, you know, you really should. You really should. But if you don't, they put out this statement 6 hours ago. And it fucking blows, but like, I get it. Given Riptide's recent announcement, we do not feel confident that we will be able to have Project Plus at Mainstage 2021. I don't know why I'm doing this thing with my mouse where I'm... Okay. Therefore, we have made the decision to not have Project Plus tournaments or setups at the event. While this news is unfortunate, we believe that earlier notice for the community is ultimately better than a last-minute cancellation. We will be reaching out to all attendees registered for Project Plus events with more details about refunds soon. And yeah, I mean, it kind of sucks because like the people, like, I just want to take this opportunity to like debunk all of the shit that, because there's a lot of shitters that are kind of uninformed, and I see people bring up these points that I don't think are very like well constructed, and they basically say like, okay, dude, people say all kinds of stupid shit. I mean, I saw someone say like, why do competitive PM play, or they shouldn't even play the game, because clearly Nintendo, like, why would you even play a game where the developer wants to shut it down? You should just not play that game. And it's like, oh, just don't do the thing you want to do. It's that simple. Fucking forehead. Just don't play video games. If you don't play video games and don't do fun stuff, then, you know, why not just why not break free from samsara and become like, don't have earthly desires, right? Oh, and then you'll never be let down by anything, right? That's what the Buddha says. Just don't do the fun thing that you wanted to do. Oh, duh, fucking, why didn't I think of that? Like, when has it ever been that easy? You know, people fucking diet and they're like, damn, you know, people fall off their diets. It's like, oh, just don't eat tasty food, fucking idiot. Yeah, right. I mean, yes, but also like, it doesn't fucking work that way. Like, if people like playing a game, they're gonna play the game. It just doesn't work that way. I fucking forgot about earthly desire. Anyway, so I literally see, I mean, I don't know what... And then people say, you know, it's like, okay, Nintendo... Well, they're just protecting their bottom line. I mean, I talked about this in my YouTube video, but like, I don't think they are. I don't think they are because, okay, for two reasons. For the long-term reason and the short-term reason. The long-term reason is pretty obvious. Sorry, the short-term reason is pretty obvious. The short-term reason is that, well, they're not actually selling copies of Brawl. Project Plus being at majors, it makes such a tiny dent. Probably doesn't. It probably literally doesn't make a dent on Nintendo sales, right? Like, it literally just doesn't. But... Then you have the long-term reason, which is, you know, I mean, well, I've always believed ultimately that, you know, I think this is what I was telling, I went for a walk with Tasty Steve. This is what I was telling Tasty Steve, because we were talking about kind of, you know, the differences between, because he's worked with Capcom and all these different companies. I've worked with Nintendo, and, you know, different developers kind of can suck for different reasons or not. Not that he was saying anything bad about Capcom. It was more me saying bad stuff about Nintendo, honestly. But it sucks that with any other game, if you had a competitive scene that was as thriving as Smash's, not even just Melee's, but Smash's in general, right? Like, that's like a golden egg. That's like a golden egg, right? Like, people literally hire entire departments and pay people hundreds of thousands of dollars a year to try to figure out how to get what Smash has. You know what I mean? Like, there are companies that spend hundreds of thousands of dollars, millions of dollars on marketing to try to get what Melee has. Like a dedicated scene that cares that much about the competitive scene and will play their game for that. Like most business people would tell you, like, if you have a situation like what Nintendo has with Melee, you should nurture it, right? This is the kind of shit, people would write books about this. You know, people would write books on how to captivate a community the way that the Melee community and also Smash community has been captivated. So I just think it's just such a dumb, it's a dumb move. You know, I think it's a dumb decision. I think stuff like this is just, it's just like not, it's not even smart. It's not even capitalism. I can't even blame it on capitalism at this point because I don't think it's capitalism. I don't even know what it is. Like, I don't think it's about the bottom line, because I think I can make a pitch to Nintendo. I think I could literally make a pitch to Nintendo that I feel like, you know, I feel like me and Tafo could make a pitch to Nintendo and be like, here's how this is going to help your bottom line. So I don't think it's about the bottom line. I don't know what it's about. I mean, I guess it's about IP. I guess it's literally about intellectual property control, and I know that there's companies that really value that. Disney is a big one, right? The Olympics. Smash Summit 11, you go look at the VODs on BTS Smash, and the logo's all blurred out, right? You know what I'm talking about, right? I'll show you guys. BTS Smash Summit 11. Obviously, this is speculation. I don't know for a fact if this is, I'll just pull up Mango vs. Zane. Mango vs. Zane. Thank God they didn't actually have to take the videos down. That would have been really tragic. I need to go to the middle of a match. Yeah, right there, right there. So that was pretty funny. Obviously, this is all speculation on my part. I don't know for a fact. Is there anything we can do to help P+ have tourneys? I mean, I think it has to be grassroots. I think that P+, like, I think organizers from within their scene just have to, you know, Blacklisted 6. There you go. There's a tournament right there for you guys. Blacklisted 6. Yeah, I like P+. I streamed it with Teals a couple times. Kind of want to get back into it, but I care a lot more about Guilty Gear Strive right now. My Meta Knight's still low-key sick. It's definitely, for fucking day one Meta Knight or whatever, my Meta Knight's definitely not bad. It's crazy that Nintendo just takes all the flack for their unhealthy decisions, try and never change. Kinda right? Kinda right. I think they're changing very slowly as the years go on. Very slowly. Very slowly. I have hope that in like 10 years, Nintendo will be cool. Ultimately, companies are just, they're made of people. And like, I think that like, probably, I don't know. I'm hoping at least that some of the new hires and things like that will slowly change the culture, but I think it's going to take a really, really, really long time. And it's definitely a little bit of copium/opium. What do you feel about the far-fetched idea of just remaking P+ with all original characters? I mean, it could work, but I think a lot of people play Smash for the IP. Yeah, you could just say take the IP away from Smash, but like, dude, it's hard, man. Would I play fucking Reskin? Because, like, remember, Icon's Combat Arena tried... Okay, Rushdown Revolt, very different game. I've got a lot of hope for Rushdown. But Icon's Combat Arena, their vision was to basically kind of be Melee, but, like, Reskin, and, like, I think it's like, hard. It's, like... I think in theory, it, like, sounds really good, but, like, Nintendo, like... Say what you will, but they make good games, man. And, like, they make lovable characters. Like, I don't know if it would be as big, you know? I don't know if it would be nearly as big. And like, yeah, Smash quality game, let alone, right, the quality, man. We're talking about this the other day, like, someone came by chat, right? Someone came by chat, they said, hey, Toph, do you think there's any good examples in Melee of like, I'm doing an essay or something on audio design, sound design? I was like, bro, Marth's moves. Like, think about the weak forward air noise when you hit a weak forward air. And then think about when you hit a tipper forward air, like a strong forward air. And then think about, like, hitting a weak forward smash, or like a non-tipper forward smash, then hitting a tipper forward smash. Just like, oh, you can feel it in your bones, dude. I get goosebumps. God. That's just one character. And then you look at Roy, who's clearly unfinished. They clearly gave Roy placeholder sound effects. It makes a whack noise. That's not the noise that swords make. I mean, okay, swords don't make the Marth noise either in real life, but you know what I'm saying. They got so many little things right, man. Dude, I remember opening up Melee when I was a little small child, when I was a small youngin'. And fucking in the menu, doing this shit. Doing this shit right here. I'll show you guys. Doing this shit! Hang on a minute. Come on, camera. This shit, look at this. This is what it's all about right here. What the fuck, dude? That's crazy. I loved this. I thought this was so sick. I was like, oh, I'm moving the menu around, it's 3D. And then, dude, you know what I always I noticed recently? Dude, this menu, man, look at the little animation that plays when I change the menu, the thing I'm hovering on in the menu. This little line, you see this little line that like flies across the thing? And then there's this little circle thing that looks really cool. And this little like, oh man, they got so many cool little, like there's so much polish and so much like, oh man, they got all kinds of shit, dude. They got all kinds of shit. It says Smash Brothers in the background and, oh man, they just had so much cool shit in the fucking menu, dude. Let alone, you know, there's just so much polish. I always thought it was so dope. Nintendo's changing for the worse. When the Wii U came out, they were doing very poorly. They came to us and supported and lied and promised to us. Now the Switch did well and the casuals are back, we get thrown out. Well, I don't think they really came to us and supported, per se. I mean, that was when PM got canceled, was when the Wii U came out. When did they come to us? What did they do for us? I don't think they really ever did much for us. I think the best we can ever hope for is them to get off our backs and ignore us, you know?